this loaded up.
Oh, yes, go. 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 There you go. Good girl. Is that on? I will do that. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Meet the Dog. I'm Chris, and with me today is Sister. Sister, come here. Hey, Sister, come here. You want to come? No, you want to walk around? Come here. Come on out. There you go. Good girl. Sister is from the Christmas litter, born back Christmas 2021. Her parents are Capri and Trip, same parents as the Poppins litter. She eats twice a day, 3 cups each. I don't remember her exact weight, but she's around the same size as Emma, so she's probably in that like 110, 120 range, I'd say. She's doing very well with her training. She is, I would say, probably just about ready to get going. Just some polishing up and then finding her a recipient to match her with. So she's doing very well. Nothing really to improve on, or at least not much that I saw when I looked at the training notes. What else? Right now she is currently in kennel 11 with Spock. And that's over on Donkey Hillside. I'm sure you've probably seen her on the camera over there with Spock. Yeah, let's open it up to some questions. Sister, hello. Hello. I know you're all antsy right now, huh? Oh, it's coming from. Stay. Good girl. Down. Stay. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. I got a treat. There you go. That's it. Good girl. Any questions about Miss Sister? Little sissy. Let's see if I can think of any questions that might get asked ahead of time. She gets along with just about everybody that we put her with. She gets along with all the boys just fine. Even gets along with some of the girls. She's kind of has like an on and off friendship with Jenny. I've put them together before and they're fine. They do have a tendency to get a little rough with each other. So we kind of have to be a little wary from time to time. But I don't think they've had any, at least not that any fights that I know of. If there have been, no one's said anything to me. But they do get a little bit rough with each other. I just had her play with Emma. She does well with her. Yeah. We got a question. Crafty asks, what are her unique personality traits? I would say she's definitely, as far as her litter mates go, she's a lot more like her brothers than her sisters, which is very fun. She's a lot more rambunctious and energetic, a bit of a tomboy. Still definitely as cuddly as all of her siblings. And I think really one of the only ones in that litter that kind of gets along with other girls. The only ones I think got along with other girls in that litter were her, Jenny, and I think Army. I think her, Emma and Army used to play together, I believe. Yeah, the two of them would play together. Cammy asks, what is Sister's name from? I know the Christmas litter were all named after the movie White Christmas. I don't know what, I've never seen the movie myself, so I don't know what reference Sister's name is personally, or specifically I should say, but I do know that everyone in that litter was a reference to the movie White Christmas. Oh, hey, Lori. Lori asks, who are her favorite playmates? Who are her favorite playmates? Is she more rambunctious with different friends? So I would say she gets along the best with Davis. Her and Davis, I think I actually mentioned this last week when I did Davis. Her and Davis were together for a very long time. When we split the pups up 2-2-2, her and Davis were together. They've always got along very well. Her and Jenny do get along very well, but they do, like I mentioned earlier, they have a tendency to play a little bit rough with each other sometimes, and we have to be a little bit wary of that. I have seen them get into at least one argument, not like a full-on fight, but definitely some barking at each other, kind of mouthing a little bit, so we had to separate them. But when they do play well together, they are all over the place, great with each other. And I just had her with Emma. She does all right with Emma. I think she might be a little scared of Emma, which is hilarious because Emma's kind of a coward. She just does a very good job of acting like she's a bigger dog. But beyond that, they do get along pretty well. But I would definitely say she gets along the best with Davis. Her and Davis get along very well together. Crafty asks, would she be better with an active city person or a more relaxed suburban recipient? I could see her doing well with either. Just because I know, given how our dogs usually are with traffic, I think that especially, I think the Christmas litter had some real bad traffic anxiety. So I think probably suburban might be a bit better, but I could see her easily excelling in a city, especially where she's got to be moving around a lot, get a lot of energy to burn. I think that'd be good for her. So my initial instinct would be suburban, just because I know sometimes our dogs don't always do well with traffic. And you're going to get a lot of that when you're living in the city, obviously. But I could easily see her getting past any anxiety with that and excelling in the city as well. Crafty asks, is she a picky or good eater? She's one of the good eaters. I don't think we ever had any trouble with her. I think maybe once, but she was, I would say, pretty consistent about how she eats. Sister, hey, wanna come on? I know you haven't been here in a very long time. We wanna explore and everything. I think, I know there were a bunch of girls that for a while, we had to like cut down on their food just because they were being very picky about their eating. I don't think we had to cut it down for her. I'm trying to remember, it was a while ago. But she's always been pretty good about eating. Lori D asks, I think she looks more like her dad, Sir Richard. What about her personality? I don't know Trip super well, so I can't really speak too much to her personality. I definitely think she definitely has a lot of her mom in her, obviously. I don't know Trip super well, so that's a pretty hard one for me to answer. Because really all I get of Trip is just when he's here for anytime we're trying to get him new litter going, and the only thing I know about him from that is that he whines a lot, which is a very common thing for intact males, is what I've learned. I don't know too much about him otherwise. I think personality-wise, I think she might take a bit more after her mother, though. Actually, no. She does do some of the whining for food. She will whine for food, which a lot of her siblings do, and she definitely gets from her dad. Crafty asks, do you think she would do well with a younger person, including teenager? Yeah, I think she'd honestly do fine. I think she's at a great height for someone a bit younger. she's a very cuddly dog, so I think someone that a younger person who's going to be very affectionate with her, I think she'd do very well with that. Yeah, if we end up matching her to someone on the younger side, I think she would do just fine with that. What's wrong? You don't want. She's a bit unsettled right now. I don't think she wants to be in the puppy room. Hold on 1 second. Let me try. I closed this door to dampen some of the sound. Let me try opening that a little bit, see if that helps her at all. She might just not want to be in here right now. Which we'll just do a couple more questions. Did that help? Did you not like having that door closed? Was that what it was? Yes. Hello. Hello. You're such a good girl. Mwah. Such a good girl. Crafty asks, how is she like her uncles? Oh my god. Don't get me started. The Christmas litter definitely got the rambunctious streak from the Sizzler side of the family. I see in all of my Christmas kids, I see a lot of the Sizzlers in them. Honestly, I actually see it even more with the Poppins litter. But they all have that very rambunctious kind of streak, and then the Sizzlers were a very rambunctious litter. I think a large part of that was because they were born during COVID, so they got kind of a different routine than a lot of the other dogs. But they were definitely a very rambunctious litter. The Christmas litter definitely has that. They've calmed down quite a bit. That's just kind of an age thing. They're getting older. They're going to be turning 2 in a couple weeks, actually. So they're definitely kind of slowly starting to calm down. They definitely kind of have that same kind of energetic energy as their uncles. Okay, we're gonna do a couple more questions and then we'll go, sister. Okay? Yeah. She seems pretty unsettled. I think it's been a while since she's in this room and she's probably very nervous. So we'll just do a couple more questions. One minute of questions, and then we'll get her back to her little brother. Sister. Come here. Come on. Down. Good girl. Very good. Yes, very good girl. You're doing so well, and we're gonna find someone for you, and you're gonna be a great service dog. You know that? No. Let me. I got more treats in here. There we go. Good girl. Very good. Yeah, she will be a great service dog once we finally get her matched. She's very smart, very affectionate. I think she will really dote on whoever her recipient is. Okay, this is going to be our last question. What does she think of the snow? I believe she is a bit of a fan. Most of the dogs are. Once the snow comes, they usually go a bit buck wild with it, and I do recall her not being any different. I think she'll be just fine once we actually. We got a little bit of snow today. Nothing that really kind of settled on the ground. But I mean, hey, it's winter's really kind of finally starting to set in, so. We'll probably start seeing more pretty soon. I'm sure she'll have some fun in it then. All right. Well, I think she wants to go home. So I'm going to get her out of here. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I'll be back next week with another dog. Until then, everybody take care. All right, you ready to go? You ready to go? Come on. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, now you're staying. Now you're staying. Okay.